I've got a friend over here. His name is Mozart. Right here. And I forgot to do Mozart's roll call. So we will do here in a minute. But he really wants to sing. But he has a problem. He wants to keep his song in his tummy. Way down here. So that when Mrs. Stafford sings, "Calling Mozart," he goes. And then that was kind of sad because nobody could really hear his beautiful music. It's in here. It's in here. And nobody could hear it. You know why? Because he was shy. And he was afraid that somebody was going to make fun of him. So when he'd sing, and Mrs. Stafford would go, "Calling Mozart," he would just go, because he's afraid somebody was going to make fun of him. And that was kind of sad, but he also liked his song that he knew was inside of him, but he couldn't figure out why nobody said how good his song was.
And no one said how good.
Nobody said how good his song was. Why didn't anybody say how good his song was? People couldn't hear him. And he kind of mumbled and he kind of kept it way down here. He knew it was in here, but he was afraid somebody was going to make fun of him. I know you wouldn't. Sometimes so, we're just not sure. But one day, that music just had to come out. That music just had to come out. So he decided everybody was going to hear his voice. He was tired of other people getting compliments on their singing, and nobody would say anything about his except maybe good try. He was kind of tired of that. He wanted more than just good try. So he decided he was going to sing out the next time Mrs. Stafford sang. So he got his head ready, put his neck out a little bit, and when Mrs. Stafford sang, "Calling Mozart," he went, "Here I am."
That was awesome. That was awesome.
But there was a problem. He had opened his mouth, pushed his tummy real hard. But was that really awesome? Callie, what was wrong with that? It was loud and shouty, and it was still in his tummy. And if he kept doing that, he was going to hurt his throat because all these muscles and stuff in his throat would get real tight, and then he'd end up with a scratchy voice. Oh dear, and nobody liked that song. It just didn't sound right. So one day Jazzy helped. Jazzy brought him something. Jazzy said, and say this after me, "Mozart, this is a magic hat." You say that.
Mozart, this is a magic cat.
If you aim for the point of the hat,
If you aim for the point of the hat,
everyone will hear your song, and it will be beautiful. So Mozart had Jazzy put on the hat, and the next time, and he kept his neck straight. He didn't stick his neck out like this. He kept his neck straight, and he decided that tummy sound was going to go up here. So he was going to kind of aim that way. So the next time Mrs. Stafford said, "Calling Mozart," this is what came out. "Here I am." Because he aimed for the point of his hat. So can everybody... He needs a rest. That was hard work. Can everybody
at me.
make a pointy hat?